Hi, today, as much as COVID-19 has reached its peak, I believe fear has reached its peakest, having the entire world and everyone in the world gripped with fear right now. So much of fear of losing someone to depression, so much of fear of losing someone to COVID, so much of fear of losing someone's business, so much of fear of losing an income stream, so much of fear all over the place. Fear is such an uninvited guest that pops up into your life without you even allowing it to come in. It doesn't need your permission. It doesn't need your instruction. It doesn't need your approval. It will just pop in. Fear needs to be recognized and managed properly, or it becomes an anchor. Most of the time, it will become an anchor. It will choke you. It will hold you down. It will keep you right where you are. It will make you become indecisive. It will make you have self-doubts. It will build fear rejection in your life, and it will simply fail to act. Fear may have us sitting on a great concept or idea, or it may restrict us from using our true talents. But what if there was a way to turn fear into energy? First, you must realize the role negative thinking plays into feeding your fears. The thoughts may already be there in your head, suggesting you cannot, you shouldn't, you can't, and what if? This word, what if, begins to actually build those doubts in your mind. Before you know it, negative thoughts have already started piling up one upon another, and they've become a seemingly insurmountable mountain to climb. I'm not saying you should ignore reality, but most often negative thoughts are just a boogeyman under the bed. When you look closer, there's nothing there. It's just a thought. So it's very important for you and me to eliminate our negative thoughts. I believe it is much more productive. It is much more productive to be proactive in managing these negative thoughts instead of allowing negative thoughts to affect you emotionally to the point of indecision or inaction. Put your logical brain to work in your favor rather than listening to "you can't." Ask yourself, how can I? Ask yourself, what is the best way, as opposed to "you shouldn't." Change what if it doesn't work to imagine how terrific it'll be if it worked, how terrific it'll be when it worked. Force your brain into helping you by stretching its thoughts, its imagination, and focus. It's very important for us to turn fear into energy, because if we don't turn fear into energy, fear will turn us into a disaster. If we don't turn fear into a stepping stone, we'll be knocked by the same stone, and that will be the end. So get out of your comfort zone. Many of us strive to be comfortable. Letting go of that comfort zone can create real fear. But you may worry that by stepping out and doing something you always wanted to do, or reaching for more, may put your comfort in jeopardy. I tell you, listen, you may risk your steady income or lifestyle, or you may not be able to get that 65-inch flat screen TV which would be wonderful in your living room. If you allow your comfort zone to become a prison, you might recognize it is working against you, not for you. So how do you get out of your comfort zone? Very important. Think about the times when you took a chance and were most successful. Think about a time. Think about those opportunities that really made your life so different, when everybody said you can't do it and you did it, and then how you achieved it. Remember how victory felt and how rewarding it was to achieve a goal. Odds are it was a time when you stepped out of your comfort zone. Please remember that taking risks and being bold doesn't necessarily equate to being reckless. I would never suggest being reckless, but I do know that life is often best lived out of your comfort zone. Turning fear into excitement and turning fear into anticipation is another way to use it as energy towards your success. Face your fears head on. One of the best ways to use fear as energy is to face it head on, bang on. It's not embarrassing to fear change or to enjoy your comfort zone, but if you don't recognize its presence, fear can hold you back without you even knowing it. Turn those fears into empowering, positive questions your logical brain can work upon. Practice on reaching out of your comfort zone and recognize and face your fears. It very well could fuel you you to the next level. I want you to know fear is something that is never going to be your friend. Fear is an enemy. Fear is someone who tries to deceive you into seeing things which are not actually there. Fear is not something to be feared of. Fear is something to be fought with. Fear is something to be overcome. Fear is something to be eliminated. Fear needs to be kicked out of your life. Fear needs to be kicked out of your mind. You need to show fear that you do not fear.